morning. It's Wednesday, the 10th of January 2017. Welcome along to this morning's United Kingdom talk, coming to you from Television Centre here in Royal Berkshire. Greetings. Have you enjoyed our little show last night? As you know, my mate Ronny came. If you haven't seen it yet, it's up there on my Facebook wall, facebook.com/Chris Reardon UK. And Ronny popped over last night and we had a game of Mousetrap. Yeah, but after the show finished and when he had gone, which was he stayed quite late last night, I have to say. You know, usually when my mate comes over, I like to sit. I like him to stay as long as he wants, up to 5 minutes. Sometimes I don't mind him staying. Last night he was here for about 3 hours. Oh, it's too much, dear. I can't put up with the same person for more than a few hours. That is actually true. I can't lie to you. That is actually true. After about 2 or 3 hours, I'm fed up with someone and I have to move to something else. Do you think that's why I'm on my own? Or maybe people can't put up with me. I don't know. But at the end of the game, when he was gone, you know, and I was double locking all the doors just in case he tried to get back in again, I suddenly remembered that we hadn't shouted out Mousetrap when the little cage came down on the plastic mouth. I lost dismally last night. Dismally, dear. Dismally, I've lost. Unfortunately, the thing is with that Mousetrap game, we didn't realise how long the damn thing takes to set up. Seriously, it must have taken 25 minutes to set the board up and about 5 minutes to play the game. It takes that long, but it's great, actually. And it's amazing, just a little piece of board at the bottom and a few bits of plastic on top and a little ball on a dice can give so much pleasure. It really is. It's just fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. So highly recommended if you want to do board games. We've started doing board games, me and my mate. The other week we did Connect 4. We've done Connect 4. And last week, what did we do last week? Kerplunk. That was good. Kerplunk. We've also got Monopoly. Now, that's going to be a long one. We're trying to find another couple of people to play that one. So, Monopoly. Perhaps we could play Strip Monopoly. Does that work? How would you play that? You know, instead of using money, you could use items of clothing. Yeah. Yeah, so, you know, you want to buy a house for, I don't know, Euston Road? Okay, that's one jacket, please. And you put your jacket in. And the bank is holding on to all these clothes. What do you reckon? Strip Monopoly. Strip Monopoly. Does that work? So we've got that. We've got Cluedo. I want to get, someone suggested last night, and I must write this down just a minute. Want to get Buckaroo. They're all old sort of games. Is there anything else that you'd like us to get? Because I don't mind spending, and it's not expensive. Board games are not expensive in comparison to a lot of other stuff. You know, you go and buy a computer game, say goodbye to a minimum of about 60 quid. A minimum. You can go and buy a board game. I saw Monopoly sets for £12.50 in Mr. Entertainer in Bracknell, where I live. If you're wondering where I live in Bracknell, in Berkshire, surrounded by beautiful pine trees, and it's nice here. The air's fresh here. Buckaroo. So I've got Buckaroo on the list. Was there something about dogs with fleas or something? I can't remember that now. Was it dogs with flea? Pie face game. Thank you, Danny. Pie face. Are there any other games that you want us to try? Then let me know and I'll go and get them. Okay? So it was a nice night last night. After he finished, I wasn't tired last night. Well, I did a massive dinner last night. Sin-free, for those of you that go to Slimmer's World. Don't worry. Sin-free meal. My dinner last night was little baby roast potatoes, which are done in frylight. So you have your metal, what's that thing called? Metal plate, metal dish, metal baking tray. Spray it with frylight, chop little, it's sneezing time, boys and girls. I haven't done this for a while. God's sake. Oh dear. I do a powerful sneeze. Metal baking tape, that's it. Just a minute now. Oh, God's sake, excuse me. That's it. That's probably his chest infection coming on to me. Oh, don't say that. Touch wood. Touch wood. Yes, so I did the little roast potato things. I had 2 eggs, tin and a half of baked beans, and corn steaks. That was my dinner. It was massive. Couldn't have the pudding. I could barely move after that, but it's a sin-free meal, which means it hasn't got many calories. And he had my vegetarian stew and some of those potatoes as well. So I did that last night before he came round. We had that, played the game, watched a little bit of television. What did we watch last night? Holby City, which we love. And then when he went home, I washed the kitchen floor because I couldn't sleep. Washed the kitchen floor, watched a little bit more of The Crown, which I'm absolutely loving. I'm up to Series 2, Episode 10 now. I've just got to the end of Episode 10, so I think I'm probably near the end of that. After I've watched The Crown, I'm going to watch Victoria, because that's now appeared on Netflix. There is this programme on Netflix I discovered, and they kept, you know, when you first switch on Netflix, you get like advisory programmes that it thinks you might like. One of which was called Black Mirror. Well, I don't get that at all. I mean, what is all that? Oh, it's a load of rubbish, that is. Black Mirror. So not everything is gold on there. You know, you kind of sift through it and see what you like and what you don't like. But very much enjoying The Crown. Star Trek. The new series of Star Trek has now returned to Netflix. Oh, it was a good episode last night. I think it's episode 10, possibly. Because they showed half the episodes last year and the next half are coming now. The first one was on Monday. Really good. I mean, I cannot give it enough praise. You've got to watch the new Star Trek on Netflix from number 1. But this week's episode was particularly good. I don't know if the Americans get it at the same time as we do or not. So that was my day yesterday. And then went to bed. And here I am this morning to chat to you. Good morning. Let's say hello to some early people there this morning. Good morning. Oh, a lot of people on Periscope this morning. Morning. Good morning, Paul Mosley, who's Paul Mosley. I must get that name right. Paul Mosley, who's with us on YouTube Live. Good morning, Paul. Good morning to Durka. How's the Queen? Haven't spoken to her this morning. No, I think she might have got up a bit late this morning. So hopefully, you know, maybe at some point she'll ring in this morning, but not yet. I think she's having a bit of a lay-in, okay? Jim Bob, morning Jim Bob, said it is a great game. You mean Mousetrap? Fantastic game. I love it. I absolutely love it. I haven't played it for about 40 years, since I was a boy. Yeah, great game. Good morning to N, who says it looks like your set is shabby, chic and outside. I love it. It might be how my garden would look. Yeah, it is a bit shabby. Now, this is new. I'm glad someone noticed. This backdrop is new. It went out the other day, and I've got to be honest, it's not as I expected. Now, this is vinyl, okay? This is vinyl. All the other backdrops have been material. And I thought, being vinyl, you'd be able to stretch it easier so that the creases would disappear. Not the case. No, I found it quite difficult. I don't know if can you see there? Yeah, you can. Look, see? You can see the creases there. Possibly I haven't put it up correctly because I'm not used to putting up a big piece of vinyl on the wall like that. But it's not too bad. It's not that bad. That if I thought it was really bad, I would have taken it back down again. But I think we're getting away with it. And so this is the new Winter 2018 backdrop. Hope you like. At enormous expense with the other bits and pieces on there. Is that crooked? Is that crooked? No, that's not crooked, is it? So that's the new backdrop. Glad you like it. Dronut also says it's a great game. As in the Mousetrap, fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Good morning to Parish. Lots of people on Periscope this morning. Welcome along to you lot. Okay. Game of Life. That's one. Thank you very much. Game of Life. I'm writing these games down and we're going to go and buy them. And now and again we'll play one downstairs, okay? Let's have a look. Do you wish Trump was your Prime Minister? Well, no, it wouldn't be because he's American, isn't he? Well, I love Theresa May. I like her. I do like Theresa May. Twister. Let's put that one on. Twister. That's a good game. I'm sure they'll ban that at some point because it makes you touch other people. Oh, aren't you sick of these people moaning on the telly? Oh, he touched me 55 years ago and I want to see him in court and all this. Oh, I'll get sick to death of it. I bet they'll ban Twister at some point. They will absolutely ban Twister. I'm sure they will. Good morning to Spush. Play that card game. Which card game would that be? I don't know what card game you mean. Cards Against Humanity. Is that an actual game? Cards Against... Parish, what you need to be is a little bit more patient. I can't just read the messages out. If I sat here just reading messages out all the time, how boring would that be? There would be no story. I'm not sitting here and just reading out... Everyone on Periscope just sits there reading... Oh, hello, yep, hello. Oh, hello, oh, hello. There is no story. Periscope's gone terribly wrong for that. People literally fire up their thing and then they just start reading out messages. What's the point of that? There's no story. Need to be a bit patient, sir. Right. Good. I apparently remind someone of Christopher Eccleston, who was he was the very first new Doctor Who type person, wasn't he? He absolutely was. All right, let's have a look here. Right, pie face. Someone else saying pie face, so I'll put another number 1 next to that. Over on Facebook Live, welcome along to our little show. Heidi gets the first message in this morning. Good morning, Heidi. Welcome. Julian Clark says it's rather dull, damp and chilly in Mallorca. I gather it's your birthday today, Julian. Don't worry, I've already looked through the birthday list. Your birthday will be coming up at the end of today's show, okay? Adam the plumber's there. He's popping around on Saturday to fix a few little bits and pieces for me and my mate Ron. He's coming around here to put these little things on my shower door because that's gone wrong. Morning to Alan Diamond Russell. I haven't seen you for ages, Alan. Have you been suffering for a long time or something? I think you had a little bit of a chest infection at some point. And people with chest infections, I've found... are just hanging on and on, aren't they? Not the people to life. I meant the chest infections. These chest infections are just hanging on and on, aren't they? Awful, awful. Thank you, John. Another one. Pie Face is a good name. We've got to get Pie Face. Good morning, Ronny. Ronny's there this morning. Morning, Ronny. That's the bloke who was round here last night. My mate playing Mousetrap, which I lost. They must have cheated somehow. I noticed when he was rolling the dice, he already had the 6 there. And instead of rolling it, I think he was just sliding it across the board. Yes, I'm sure I'm correct in that. Oh, dear. Let's have a look. Diane's there. Morning, Diane. Welcome along. Adam will play Monopoly. Or maybe we can play Monopoly on Saturday, depending on what time you finish your work. Your work here, dear. And I have the payment, as promised. I have the payment of a 50-inch non-smart telly waiting for you. Assuming you still want that. The payment is standing by. All right? Thank you. Okay, let's do. We've got some stories here as well. Let's have a look. Pie face. Everyone says pie face. Ray Reynolds says Gloria Hunniford for Prime Minister. I think that's a possibility. Because they're talking now about Oprah Winfrey going for president, aren't they? I did see someone put up on Facebook this morning, Oprah or... Oh, who's the lady? What's her name now? Black lady married to old president. Oh, Michelle Obama. They're saying now Michelle Obama or Oprah Winfrey. I hope they don't make it too much of a thing about, it's black or it's white or it's yellow. It is just a prime minister or just a president. I wish we could get out of this. I wish we could all be colourblind and just not see people's different colours. It is just a prime minister or just a president, and sort of talk about it like that. Do you think? Why do we have to mention colours and things like that all the time? Need to be colourblind. That's it. Good morning to And then we'll get on and do stories. Thank you, John. John also said he hated Black Mirror. Back to the colours now. Nothing to do with people. He also hates the programme Black Mirror, which is on Netflix. I think me and my mate, we managed to watch a whole episode, but I just didn't get it, really. Didn't get it. Kevin refuses to watch Star Trek because it costs us more. We are subscribed to the CBS Access Netflix. They can't get it on Netflix. It's on CBS there. That's strange, isn't it? That's strange. Because it is a Netflix programme. You would think it would be on Netflix. It comes up, a Netflix production or something like that. Poor Kevin's got a chest cold as well, haven't you? Oh, Kevin, hope you get over it soon. All right. Okay, some stories. There we are. Got that one there. So I went to Slimmer's World last night. If you were with us last night for our little show, this is Anne Widdecombe for PM. What about Anne Widdecombe? Do you want her as PM? She'll sort out all the nonsense, wouldn't she? There won't be no coming back with her, dear. Oh, no. You can see her waggling her finger a lot in Parliament, can't you? Good old Anne. I think she might be stuck in the arts, in the ages. What is wrong with Anne Widdecombe, dear? Bless her heart. Why doesn't she just give up the politics and become someone's nice old nan? That's where she fits into life, not a politician, dear. Anne Widdecombe could make a lovely nan, don't you think? Because no one hates her. Have you ever heard of anyone who hates a nanny? No, I don't know of anyone. I had two lovely nannies, Nanny Hayes and Nanny Ryan. Nanny Hayes was a short little round lady, and she was just wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. I remember when I was about 5 years old, 5 or 6 years old, we were living in a flat in Peckham on the 4th floor. I'm having trouble with my throat this morning, aren't I? My chest. We're living on the 4th floor, and for some reason I was standing on the window with the window open, reaching up. And Nanny Hayes came in the bedroom, in my bedroom, and she says, "What are you doing? Get down from there, you naughty boy." So I jumped at her, and we both fell on the bed. I think I was about 5 or 6 years old then. I always remember that. "You naughty boy," she said. You know, some people pay ladies of a certain age to say to them, "You naughty boy, get down from there." N wants to know, are babysitters the same as nannies, or is it all like Mrs. Popping? As in Mary Poppins, you mean? No. Babysitters... No, nannies are grandmothers. Over here, you must be in America, I guess, are you? Okay, so nannies is another word for grannies over here. And we also have nannies that are paid. So my grandmother would be my nan, Nanny Hayes, okay? And then there was Nanny Ryan. She was a staunch Catholic. She was Irish, and she was down the church every day to Mass. Every morning she was at church, Nanny Ryan. She was a tall, thin lady, and again, very kind. She lived in a flat in Roehampton. Wonderful, wonderful people, nannies. Right, so yesterday, if you saw the show last night, you'll know this already. I did my Slimming World yesterday. I'm pleased to tell you I have put on 1.5 pounds. Wait for it. You're about to jump. Oh, you've put weight on. Now, hang on a minute. Wait. I need to be 12 stone. I'm still a pound under my target at the moment. I dropped down a little bit too far before Christmas to give myself a buffer for Christmas, you see, which worked. So I'm still a pound below my target. I need to put on the other pound to get back to my 12 stone. So pleased about the Slimming World thing there. Very, very pleased. In the Sun this morning, there's a little article about Weight Watchers. The top, not necessarily about Weight Watchers, because there's Weight Watchers and there's Slimming World, you see. They're different companies who are trying to achieve the same thing, i.e. help you lose weight. Now, I'm on the Slimming World one. With the Slimming, I can't really speak about the Weight Watchers one, but I have seen Weight Watchers meals in Sainsbury's, Tesco's, or wherever it is that they do them, and they're a bit small, you know? I mean, if you want to... I mean, I cook. I now cook most of my own food from scratch. There's very, very few ready meals that I buy. Unless, of course, you include veggie burgers as ready meals. You know, they come in a little box. You put them under the grill. So I suppose you could say that's not really cooked from scratch. But most of the meals I do are now cooked from their individual ingredients. I know exactly what's going in. There are no chemicals, no additives, nothing. Just exactly what I'm putting in. And I've been doing that now for about 7 months. Yeah. And quite apart from losing the weight, I feel different. I feel more alive. I don't sleep as much. I'm not as tired usually. It's certainly made a difference to me. It really has. But with the Weight Watchers meal, if you do buy the pre-packaged meal, both Weight Watchers and Slimming World do their own frozen meal sections. The Slimming World ones are in Iceland, and they're big things. I noticed the Weight Watchers ones are a bit small, and you think you'd eat this little thing out of this plastic whatever, and you'd still be hungry afterwards. Not the case with the Slimming World meals. They're big. They are big. Well, in the Sun this morning, it says here, you've set yourself a resolution to start getting fit, and so far, you're doing well. Maybe you've done this. Have you set yourself a resolution for losing the flab? Fight the flab, as Terry Wogan used to say. Top man, Terry Wogan. But there's a few diet tips out there that could trip you up in your quest for a slimmer waistline and actually make you fatter. Dieting can be quite overwhelming, especially as everyone has their own options on the best way to trim fat. This is in this morning's Sun. Run more, eat less, ditch certain foods, lift weights, drink more water. The list goes on and on. A little bit like this programme. That's why it's important to listen to the experts to make sure your diet and exercise plan is on the right track. Here are 10 things you shouldn't be doing if you are trying to lose weight. I'm sure you're going to be surprised with some of these. Number 1, you're allowed a treat now and then. Don't cut out treats. I've certainly allowing myself a treat now and again. Tomorrow we are going for another one of our legendary afternoon teas. Tomorrow we're going on a boat. Me and my mate are going on a boat tomorrow. I take the camera with me. And we're having, I think we're going from, hang on a minute, it's here somewhere. Where is it now? Is it Tower Pier? Somewhere like that. Tower Bridge, somewhere. Oh, God, where's that gone? Don't say I've lost that. Won't be able to get on the boat. One minute. Here it is. I purchased this with my Avios British Airways miles. So that's tomorrow, 3 o'clock at... Where is it now? City Cruises. Tower Millennium Pier, Lower Thames Street. So we've got to get there. Nearest tube station is Tower Hill. So that's where we're going tomorrow. And I've got to be there at 3 o'clock. Departure time, 3:15. Don't say how long it's for. That's going to be about an hour and a half, I would guess, is it? I reckon that'll be about an hour and a half. So we've got an afternoon tea tomorrow. So that's my treat this week, you see. Always have a treat, or 2 actually. If I'm still below weight next week, I might have to have 2 treats next week, which could be, I don't know, a pizza. I might have a pizza. Anyway, this woman, Pippa Campbell, going back to the Sun here, is a nutritionalist and weight loss coach, and said, if you're going to lose a certain amount of weight and cut out all your treats, including coffee, then you can be setting yourself up to fail. You need to embark on a sustainable eating plan that includes a treat meal. And giving up coffee is not always necessary unless you are sensitive to caffeine, but cutting down is a good idea. I think with the coffee and the tea, it's the milk that's the problem. Now, you can change your milk. If you're having the full fat milk, I go over semi-skimmed or skimmed or soya, and then you'll find you can drink twice as much. And you'll have enough for your tea during the day. Or can't imagine a day without tea. Can you? I would certainly die if I didn't have tea, I'm sure. Not sleeping enough. Number 2. With our busy schedules, it's easy to think that getting little sleep every night is normal, but it's not good for you. People who are sleep deprived have an increased appetite. So always down there in the fridge, aren't you? Do you get up to have a meal? Who gets up to have a meal? Anyone do that? Oh, I feel a bit hungry. I go and put a pie in the oven like 4 o'clock in the morning. God's sake, how much? Another one here. Don't count calories. It's okay to know how much food you're eating in a day, but focus less on the calories and more on the quality of the food you eat. Yep, vegetables, dear. Vegetables. It's not so simple as sugar calories causing fat storage and spikes hunger, while calories from fat and protein promote fat burning. So, yeah, we've heard this a few times now as well, haven't we? Now, what was that one where you just eat fat and meat? The Atkins diet, something like that. That seemed to work for people. They ate hardly any vegetables. Number 4, leftovers are not always good. You may want to eat all your leftovers to save wasting food, but if what you had the night before isn't healthy, you are undoing your hard work. Yeah, that makes sense, doesn't it? You know, if you had a pizza the night before and maybe you had 3/4 of it, okay, well, damage done there. You still got 1/4 of it in the morning, so you're going to eat the same stuff, which is just as bad as the same stuff you ate last night. No. Have a proper breakfast. My breakfast, I have, what's it called now? Overnight oats. I have. It's a jar with porridge oats, fat-free yogurt and berries of some sort. Usually, in my case, blueberries I have. And don't eat sugar before you work out. To give yourself enough energy to work out and enjoy, base your diet on foods that release their energy slowly and steadily, like porridge, vegetables, whole grains, meat, eggs, fish, nuts and seeds. I saw this programme actually last night on the telly, funnily enough. I can't remember what it was now. The London show, something, I don't know what it was. Anyway, so they done this experiment of a group of people which all looked like they were about 25 years old. And one had bacon and eggs, one had banana and yoghurt. And what did the other one have? I think the other one had, the other one had cereal. Okay? So they'd done this experiment and then took blood out of them for about 3 hours and measured stuff in there. And it appeared that the energy that these foods gave the person eating them was all roughly the same. Glucose levels and everything in their blood was all roughly the same. The big difference was how long someone felt full afterwards. And the bloke who had the yogurt and banana, he was the one that felt hungry again fairly quickly after having the meal. The one that had the cereal, which I think was Weetabix, he had cereal or milk, or it might have been a lady, I can't remember now. She felt full a bit longer, but still got hungry before lunch, sort of around about 11 o'clock, when a lot of people go out and, I just have that bag of crisps, I just have that chocolate bar. You see, you don't see the whole thing, do you? You do that every morning, do you? So that's 7 Mars bars a week. Maybe a couple in the afternoon, 10 Mars bars a week. How many bags of crisps? How many bags of crisps? Do you have one a day? That's 7 a week. Go and get 7 bags of crisps and see how much that looks. Maybe another few in the evening when you're out somewhere. And it all builds up. The person who did not feel hungry until lunchtime was the one who had the bacon and eggs. And there's a way of cooking the things as well, of course. The bacon and eggs, you don't want to do them in oil or anything like that. Fry light or grill. I don't think you can grill eggs, can you? But you can do a boiled egg, can't you? Or a scrambled egg, I suppose, is just as good. As long as you don't put milk and everything else with it. So that was very, very interesting. So have a look in The Sun this morning if you want some diet advice, boys and girls, because that story is in The Sun today. Weight Watchers, the top 9 diet mistakes that could make you fatter. Now, I will tweet that for you now, boys and girls. Just a moment. Tweeting, stand by. My Twitter is Chris Reardon UK. All right, twitter.com/Chris Reardon UK. And that's where I tweet little bits like that now and again. Okay, let's just go back to some of your messages there. Do I live in Nelson Mandela House, Chris? No. Where the hell is that? Free Nelson Mandela. Oh, you can't free him anymore. He's gone now, isn't he, Nelson Mandela? Gosh, that was a few years ago. Talking of a few years ago, 10 days now since the beginning of the year. Where's that gone? I was talking to someone in the swimming pool day before yesterday. You know, it's nearly 3 weeks since I left my sister's house for our little Christmas thing there. Good. Right, let's do some of these and then I'll do your birthdays for today. N says I have to just make sure I eat at least once a day. Is that all you eat? Once a day? Gosh. Hates crisps. Oh, I love crisps. I love cheese and onion crisps. Walker's cheese and onion crisps. Or in America, where they are called chips, aren't they? Barbecue chips. There was a particular brand, and I can't remember what it is now. A particular brand of crisps in America. Barbecue. And the Irish do nice crisps. Tato. Taito. Cheese and onion Tato crisps are very nice as well. Okay. Good. Let's have a look there. Oh, it's Alan's birthday next Friday, is it? Oh, pop down for your birthday. Is it this coming Friday? I bet you're really old now, aren't you, Alan? Isn't it amazing how so many people, like 15 to 20 years younger than me, actually look older than myself and Ray Reynolds? I don't understand that. Me and Ray are kind of, you know, sometimes when I'm setting up for my karaoke in these various places, it's like we might have a new karaoke in a month or so, maybe a bit longer. Possibility of a new karaoke in Whetstone, which is near Barnet. Don't know if that's close to you at all. There's nothing been. It's very, very early stages of chatting about that at the moment. But Whetstone, possibly a new karaoke and quiz night, 2 separate nights in Whetstone is a possibility coming up soon. All right. Good morning to Mark Cording. Good morning, Mark, who's been up since 6 a.m. That's all. That's okay. Always been chucking stuff out, have you? Good boy. Nothing wrong with having a good clear out in the morning. Yeah, you know what I mean. Thank you. Good morning to Ben. Speak slowly, bro. No, this is how I speak, Ben. Sorry if you can't keep up with it. This is how I speak, okay? Donald Aidenson. There is no couch auction, I'm afraid. It's been sold. You're too late. You're too late. Paul says you lived in a flat in Peckham. Is that where Del Boy lived? It certainly is. Del Boy also lived in Peckham, yes. Shane loves his tea in the morning. We can't do without tea. Good morning, Adam. Welcome, sir. You and your father appearing today. I've been reading your vile posts as always. Rude, dear. Oh, dear. It's terrible. Mark Jones is there. Good morning, Mark. Whetstone is near you, is it? Good. And morning to Mark Cobain, who is back from a cruise. He's been with his mum on a cruise, took his mum on a cruise. He's a good boy. He's a good boy. Very, very good. Right. Let's do today's birthdays, boys and girls. Happy birthday this morning to... Oh, we got... I think we've got 10 today, have we? 10 birthdays today. Mark J. Ad. Good morning, Mark. I know your little face there. Happy birthday to you, sir. Have a wonderful day. Josephine. I love that name. Josephine. Josephine de Freitas. Happy birthday, Josephine. Steve Mack. Morning, Steve. Happy birthday to you. Magdi Hawaii. Happy birthday, Magdi. Rachel Spencer Tucker Wilson. That's a long name, dear. Long name. But you don't get extra for long names, I'm afraid. Happy birthday to you, Rachel. Debbie Wheat McCormick. Are you one of our Manilow girls, Debbie? I can't remember now. You might be one of our Manilow girls. Good morning and happy birthday to you. To Mark Neal, 36 today. Julian Clark, there he is. It's his birthday today, who lives in foreign parts. Foreign parts of the world. Happy birthday, Julian. Chris Ward today is 29 years old today. Happy birthday, Chris. Indy Southeast, 38 years old today. And Briam Singh is 47 years old today. Is that about 10 birthdays this morning? 10 birthdays, I think. Happy birthday to you all, gang. Here we go. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. There we are. Birthday time for everyone there. Julian says, Cheek, I'm 64 today. I'm sure I look younger than you. I don't think so, Julian. Have another little look in the mirror, darling. Have you got one of those special mirrors, have you? A magic mirror. Mirror, mirror on the wall. Who is the fairest of them all? Oh, it's you, Chris Reardon. Oh, I know. Happy birthday, Julian. Now, tonight I'm doing a quiz this evening. Oh, damn, I've got a video to play you. And I haven't played the video, have I? Oh, God. Oh, what's the time? No, I haven't got time to do it now. I've got a lovely video as sent in by Chris in the States. And Chris is in America, and he tried to make tea yesterday. All I can say is what a total and utter disaster Chris made of trying to make an English cup of tea yesterday. He sent in a video. I'll have to play it to you tomorrow now at some point, okay? Tomorrow morning. I'll play it out to you tomorrow morning, and hopefully by then I will also have a little video of me showing you how to make a proper cup of English tea. So that'll be on tomorrow morning's show, hopefully. I'm sorry, I meant to play that out this morning, but I got involved in all your... See, this is the thing with the reading of the messages. It's so fantastic that you take time and effort to write messages. But sometimes... I think you take too much notice of the messages. If I just sat there looking at the messages, there would be no stories. You know, you can't just read out hello, 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 hello. It's just boring. It's very nice for the person sending in the messages, perhaps yourself, okay? But to everyone else, well, why is he just saying hello to people? What's the story? There's no story. It'd be like opening a newspaper with the Sun. The Sun or whatever, the Daily Mail, no longer served on Virgin trains, are they? The Daily Mail. And opening the Sun and saying, I'd like to say hello to our readers. John, Mark, Roy, Ray, Joyce, Sharon, Tracy, and just a list of names for people saying hello. There would be no story. Who would buy the newspaper? No one would buy the newspaper. Same sort of thing. So I do try and pick out the interesting little comments that so many of you make. Kevin says that if you can't make a proper cup of English tea, you must not be from the South. No, he's in America. I think Washington. Chris in Washington. And the video, seeing is believing. That's all I'm saying. So keep an eye out for the show. Keep an eye out for the show. Should be with you tomorrow morning, sometime between 9:15 and 10 o'clock. All right. Tonight, I'm hosting a quiz. It's a quiz time tonight at the King's Head Theatre Pub. Wednesday quiz starting at 8:30, 115 Upper Street in Islington. Pop along. You might win a £30 bar tab. And it is completely free to enter the quiz. Doesn't cost you anything to enter the quiz. That is completely free of charge. Okay, so once again, gang, join us for the quiz of the week at the King's Head Theatre Pub tonight, 115 Upper Street in Islington. And you might win a £30 bar tab. Okay, thank you very, very much for joining us on the show this morning. I tried to do about a half an hour show now. I thought an hour was too long for you, so we try and restrict it to about half an hour. I think I've done about 35 minutes today, so I'm nearly there, trying to restrict myself a little bit further. If you want to join me on Facebook, that's where you'll find me posting everything that I do, whether it's work-wise, these shows, the nighttime shows. Oh, yes, one more thing. The nighttime shows, I think I found a way of putting those on the Periscope and the YouTube all at the same time, as well as a Facebook Live, because you haven't been getting those on the other platforms, only on Facebook Live. I may well have found a way of doing that, and I might test that this afternoon if I've got some time. Okay, so keep an eye out for that this afternoon. Facebook.com/Chris Reardon UK is where you'll find everything, all right? Facebook.com/Chris Reardon UK. Adam says, buy a cheap sausage roll. No, thank you. No cheap sausage rolls, dear. We don't eat dead animals. Vegetarian. Adam, perhaps you'd like to invite me round for a vegetarian meal. No meat will enter my mouth in your house. That's it for the show this morning. Have a lovely Wednesday, and I might see some of you tonight at the King's Head Theatre Bar for the quiz. Cheerio now.